This is Nikki and she's riding Sedona, and today we are going to get back in the saddle and do some exercises to get you ready to go again. So number one is how you're sitting. You want to sit in a line with your shoulder, your hip, and your heel. Okay, so you're going to actually be putting your weight on the inside of your knee and the inside of your calf. Right there. So go ahead and stand in the saddle. First of all, stand and find a nice balance place where you can maintain that shoulder, that hip, and that heel. And you're going to really press into your heels, because the more you press into the heel, the more you make into that wedge. So this is what we're going to call our basic position, or this is our balance position. This is kind of our setup, and you know, if you can hold this, you're doing good. Okay, now let's talk about the positions. We have position number one, which is going to be in front of the girth. So you're going to actually have to be able to use your toe to touch there. There you go. Now position two is going to be right at the girth. So when you squeeze, if you look, you have to squeeze all the way through to actually touch. Now move to position three, or button number three, which is back here. Now here's the catch. You got to make sure that heel stays down, and so you move back here. Now, if you have a back cinch, you know you're not going to go beyond a back cinch, but it's good to know position one. So go ahead and move to position one, position two, and position three. Keep the heel down, push the heel down, heel down, heel down. Ah! That's the hard part. But there you go. Those are your three positions. Let's talk about getting your heel down into position three. So when you push into it, you want to try to keep that heel down. So you actually want to try to touch with this inside back of the heel. That is going to be the way you squeeze, but you try not to keep it down. It's so hard to do, and that's why we do a lot of practice. Here's our next heel exercise. So we have the foot out of the stirrup, and we're going to go 10 times to number 3. So 1, back to number 3, 2, there you go. Keep the heel flat as much as possible and move back to that spot. So you get kind of used to swinging your lower leg on this hinge and moving to the spot. And then when you get better, you can start adding a little bit more to actually touch my hand. There you go. Touch my hand. There you go. There you go. Instead of the horse, touch my hand. There you go. Good. Touch my hand. Good. And that'll just kind of get you used to being able to put that all the weight into the balls of your feet right here and put the weight into your stirrups. So your heels down, that sets you in the saddle. Okay, let's talk about hand position. We have a cheat strap that is running up here from the girth. So you want this little 10-inch box. You want to be able to touch the blanket with your pinky, and you want to be able to have your hands straight so your knuckles are facing forward. It's all going to hinge off the elbow, and so as the horse moves, you need to be able to keep your hands in that position. All right, so now that we are on the lunge line, the first exercise I'm going to have her do is basically do a stand, where she's going to stand in the saddle and hold that position for a whole way around. Stand. So the object of this is to get control of your lower legs and to get as stable as possible and to find that balance point. Because the stronger you are with your lower leg, the better you're going to be able to hold yourself and be able to ride. Okay, we're going to work into a trot. So we're going to do a sitting trot first. So eyes forward, hands down, button number 2, both sides, squeeze and ask for the trot. Ready? And trot. So the sitting trot means that you're going to have to relax your hips as much as possible and push those hands down. And now we're moving on to a posting trot. Now, or a rising trot. It's easier for some people to do a posting trot rather than a rising trot on a horse that has a lot of bounce, because it's going to be up, down, up, down, up, down. And really, you just kind of have to go until you get that nice rhythm going. So relaxing into a posting trot on the line is just going to help you get a little bit easier. So ready, and post, 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 heels down, hands down, eyes forward, heels down, hands down, eyes forward. Right now I'm not really worried about diagonals or anything like that, just getting into a good rhythm. And up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. There you go. Keep going forward until you find that balance point. Because basically, you sit and you go to that top balance point. And sit back, tip your weight back, and walk. Keep going forward. Well, at least she listens really well. So we're going to do lots of transitions between walk and trot. Okay, Nikki and Sedona are now doing the 4 cones, 1 pole exercise. And it's basically walking a circle, which is going to be more of a square, and making little circles around each of the corners of the square. This is the one where you're going to use outside leg, and you're going to look straight, make a straight line between the 2 cones. So look forward, try to keep your hands in as neutral a position as possible. Once you get the horse's nose past the cone, just give her a little tug, and it's outside leg. See here, press and release, don't press too much. You got to get all the way around the cone, but that's good. Very good. Now she's going to look towards her next cone, which is over here. So you want to try a nice straight line, keep the horse in the center, It's between the ears on this. Now get past the cone, tip the nose, and outside leg. You want to point your inside leg to the cone kind of, and you want to open the door the direction you want to go, and you want to close the door on the outside to make a nice circle. Now again, we're at the 4 point, so this is the final one. Look straight, get past the other horse, and turn. Make your turn, outside leg. Gonna use a little indirect rein. You're gonna go all the way over that pole. So go over the pole, stop, and back 2 steps. So once you get all the way over the pole, good. And stop, whoa, and back 2 steps. So squeeze and release with your seat, and pull to your thighs, and release as soon as she takes a step. There you go. Good job. That's the basic pattern to just kind of finish things off. So thank you very much for joining me on today's video. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And remember, to see more, check out our playlists.